The bezels at the was around the processors and the part of the motherboard. Here's the processors, two of them in the frame there. There's the RAM slots, four of them with two populated. There's the cards. You can see all the chips on the board. And then that goes to just some power connections. That is the voltage regulator for the processors. The one up above it is integrated for one processor that you would obviously have with the motherboard. The second is optional for the second processor, which you could add. There's some IDE connections which go to some drives up front. There's some miscellaneous connections there for stuff I don't know what exactly it's for. Some jumpers and settings. Behind the drives there's just some more chips. There's your CMOS battery behind that cable. South bridge, that Intel chip. Your North bridge is under the processor there, another Intel. Cirrus Logic, I believe that is the video adapter in this system. Another Intel, that's probably like a PCI bridge because there's so many card slots. There's the fan. I still use one of them. There was three, but it was way overkill. Here's the back of the RAID cage while I'm in here. See some of the chips and stuff. There's a thing in the middle here called a bridge. That black stripe, which connects three drives, in all 6 drives or all 3 drives. So you can, depending on your setup, you could have 3 drives per channel going to the motherboard, or you could have all 6. Some jumper settings, connection to your front panel, power. SCSI is on the other side. There's the SCSI connector that I'm using. The other one's hidden, but that's used too because of my setup. Here's the side of the case inside. Shows you that some of the specs and jumper settings. Pentium 2 and 3 Xeon, 450 MHz, 500 MHz, 550 MHz. Bus speed 100 MHz. CPU setting jumpers. It's only a 450 MHz and 500 in this setup, as you can see by that. There's a diagram of the motherboard with all its settings and ports and stuff. As you can probably see, there's one ISA slot on it and a bunch of PCIs. Sorry for the glare, but it's dark in this area. I'm using a light. Ports, IDE connections we saw, RAM, CPU slots, VRM where on board the secondary VRM. Here's some information on the RAID array we just saw. Second connections on top, the one we saw is on the bottom. Bridge in the middle. Jumpers on the side there. LED connections to power. And then you have information on the settings of the jumpers and the bridges and stuff for different setups. And the IDs and stuff, because it's SCA, so the drives don't assign the IDs. It's an array that does it to the drives. So it's pretty much hot swap.